All right, folks, guess what?
We're on the air.
We are live and on the air, quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set, no onions, no tomatoes.
We're back. Make sure you guys follow us on all these platforms, right?
Like us on YouTube, subscribe, go to No Onions, No Tomatoes on Facebook and like the page, and then go to the Twitter.
We love Twitter.
Twitter.
Yes.
All right.
Before we get into anything, let's tell them what we're going to be doing next Tuesday.
Okay, so guess what, folks? We're going to give you a behind-the-scenes look at tire testing.
Okay, yes. So what happens in NASCAR, right? So Goodyear comes out with tires, and then for certain races, especially playoff races, what they have is they'll have representatives from different teams come out and test these tires. Kansas is going to do that because Kansas is going to be the cutoff race in October in the third race in the sixth race of the playoffs. So they're doing that, and we are going to have some exclusive
Little VIP action.
Action to be able to see this up close and personal. So we don't know which drivers are going to be there yet, but it's usually anywhere between 5 and 7 drivers, and it's usually a driver from each of the big teams, and then they throw in some randos.
Now, we've done this before, and we've sat in the stand.
Yes, but
This time, we'll be down on pit road,
garage
in the pits,
area.
in the garage area, and so it gets really, really windy out there, but we're going to try to broadcast live if we can.
Yes.
Or tape live.
Yeah, we're going to try to record and give you guys at least a little bit of that, okay?
Maybe I could take a turn.
Jeez, okay.
Okay.
Hopefully Kyle or either Brad will be there. Why are you wearing this Cardinals gear? What's going on with it? Oh, that's 45?
Bob Gibson, and I don't know if like this date in history he's done like another shutout. So I want you guys to go.
Shut out, or is it?
You know what I mean. You know I can't speak.
Complete game.
That's right. What do you want from me? I'm not a talker. So look up Bob Gibson's 1968 career. We've talked about it.
My birth year.
We've talked about it here and there. But he threw like 26 complete games.
Do you think that's it? I don't think he's finished.
I don't think he's finished yet, but that's why I have it on for just because I want to pay homage to the man.
Go to Baseball Reference, look up Bob Gibson. In fact, go to Baseball Reference or especially Racing Reference, any of those references, and you can find unbelievable statistics, and you can find out a lot about teams and your favorite players.
We looked up the other day that he had 26 so far in 1968, and this year
there hasn't been 50 thrown. I think we counted it was 46.
And only
in both leagues.
In both leagues, and 7 pitchers had 2.
Yes, and everybody else had 1.
Everyone else had 1, and he had 26 at that time.
Absolutely.
GOAT. Anyway, Richmond, under
Virginia.
the lights on Saturday night.
So it's going to be the second time we're going here, right? We went back and we went in April. Now we're back. We're under the lights. This used to be the cutoff race. Now it's moved into the chase. Okay.
So it's a 3/4 mile track.
Okay. Short track.
Little D oval.
Yep.
And it's kind of flat.
Yep.
Not so much banking.
Yeah, not so much. But that 14 degrees that's in the turns does makes it kind of turny. But it's more flat.
And so this is a 400 lap race with our stages being 100, 100, 200.
Right. So what are we doing? So we're gonna be green flag Saturday night. So we're not competing with the NFL. Saturday night at 6:43 Central Standard Time on NBC Sports Network, NBCSN 220 if you have DirecTV. If you don't have that, I feel sorry for you. But at least try to find it.
So we did run back here in the spring, and who won that race?
Okay, so Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch won his 5th race at Richmond, and he wasn't dominant, and he hasn't been dominant here. But you know what? He has been dominant when it comes to grabbing the checkered flag.
That's right. So actually, in the April, he started 32nd.
Right.
And drove through the field. And like you said, he wasn't doing well in the beginning. So the pole went to Truex. And stage 1 went to Logano.
Joey Logano.
Stage 2 to Logano.
Right.
So what happened in between there? What else was going on?
I mean, hey, so look, we had a lot of domination by Martin Truex, who led 121 of these laps, okay?
Yeah.
And we had Kurt Busch right behind him with 98 laps. Kyle led 32 laps.
Right.
But was able to work his way through the field, and then was able to have a good pit stop and a good restart, because this race actually went into overtime.
Okay. And so we had 6 cautions for about 46 laps and 16 lead changes among about 7 drivers.
Yep.
And so the top 10 with Kyle winning was second was Chase Elliott.
Chaser. Not Chaser, but playoff driver. Keep going.
Yes. Denny Hamlin.
Another playoff driver.
Logano.
Playoff driver.
Harvick.
Playoff driver.
Johnson.
Playoff driver.
Larson.
Playoff driver.
Kozlowski.
Playoff driver.
Boyer.
Playoff driver.
Suarez.
Should be a playoff driver, but isn't. So again, the cream rises to the top, baby.
So anyway, then tell me about who's done well here.
Okay, so Kyle Busch has won 5 races here, but we're gonna go over the last 10 races. Who's dominant?
Okay.
Joey Logano has won 2 races in the last 10. He has 6 top 5s, 9 top 10s. His average start is 6.6. Average finish is 6.2. Even better. 0 DNFs, 2 poles.
Oh, that's pretty good.
He's gonna be difficult. Now let me talk about my guy before I let you go.
Yeah, no,
Brad Keselowski right behind him. 1 win, 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s. He's led 773 laps over the last 10 races, 1 pole. Average start 9.7. Again, average finish 8.3. Better than a start. 0 DNFs.
And he is the driver that has led the most laps at this track over the last 10 races.
Yes.
So that is an impressive stat.
Yes.
And so then I'll go down to Kyle Busch, who has only 9 starts, because that takes into consideration when he
2015 when he had the broken legs.
Yeah. And so his average starts 13.3, but his average finish is 8.3.
That's unbelievable.
And he does have 1 DNF.
Yep. But hey, and I'll say this too, his brother right behind him.
Right.
Kurt Busch, 1 win, 7 top 10s, 3 top 5s. He's led 520 laps here.
Yeah.
His average start 7.3, finish 8.9.
And he leads the drivers with the second most led laps.
Yes.
And then it falls off dramatically after Brad Kay and Kurt Busch.
Dramatically. So like a couple of, maybe a guy you want to mention would be Denny Hamlin, who's from Virginia, so he would consider this a home track. He's going to be a threat. He's won 1 race. He has 6 top 10s. He's at 269 laps.
But then you go down to other people who, you normally think of run well everywhere. And Jimmy Johnson, he has no wins, 2 top 5s, 6 top 10s, and only led 44 laps. And remember, we said Brad Kay led 773 laps.
The one guy I think that's going to be an issue this weekend, I think, is going to be Kyle Larson. He's raced here 9 times. He has 1 win. He has 2 top 5s, 3 top 10s. He's at 73 laps. Average start 8.4. That guy's going to be a factor here this weekend.
So the other thing we needed to figure out is how big of a clown show is it going to be with the cutoff coming.
Okay, folks, right.
And the next race being the Charlotte Roval, where it's going to be mayhem. Okay,
so what's happening, right? So we have 3 races before, and then we eliminate 4 drivers. So we have Richmond this weekend, and we know there's a known. The drivers know what the track does. They've raced on it. It's great. When they get to Charlotte and the Roval, no one's raced on this. There's been no sanctioned race. This is going to be the inaugural race on this Roval, which is the reason for you to watch this race next week. So, that being said, what are drivers going to do this week?
They're going to try to win this week to solidify their transfer into the next round.
Yeah, it's a great point.
And then what I'll say is, we spoke about us going to tire testing on Tuesday. They did do tire testing on the Roval.
And it was carnage.
And it was carnage.
We had drivers wrecking all over the place.
Just on testing.
They actually had to add rumble strips, and they had to change. They had to add barriers in different spots because they had no idea what was going to happen. Brad Keselowski's probably the happiest guy in the garage.
Absolutely.
Because he knows that whatever happens this
He's
week
in.
is great, but next week he doesn't have to worry about the roll.
All right, so that's your preview of Richmond. Tune in on Saturday night.
You guys want to come over? Let us know. Hit us up. You can come over Saturday night. We have room. We have food.
Oh, he made some good wings last weekend, babe.
Let's do it.
All right.
Hey, having fun. Remember to follow us, and we will be letting you guys know what went on with the testing.
All right.
Are we off air?
Off air. No onions, no tomatoes.
All right. See ya.